What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video with Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be getting into a couple projects that are very hyped, but also are following a certain trend where we're seeing the first media companies, the first NFT native restaurants being built in front of our eyes. So if you like these kind of videos, please go down below, like and subscribe. And actually, one of those videos, I want to invite you guys to comment I subscribe, and then after that, whatever question you put, comment, whatever it may be, I will do a deep dive and answer you. If it's a question, if it needs be, I will research the whole topic inside out and give you my best take on it. So go down below and use me. And then with that being said, let's get into it. The first project I have here is Rug Radio, and this is by Farouk. If you have been in the space for some time, especially July-August timeframe, Farouk was doing a lot of live streams, just having a lot of conversation with different people in the space, vibing all hours of the day, and just talking all day about NFTs, crypto, and everything in between. And within that time, he has made a very good name for himself, and he's somebody who has pretty good insight in the space. And he started to basically lay the groundwork at that time for what is now going to be Rug Radio. And if you go to the website, you can see for the people, by the people, it's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I like this saying because it's something that Farouk used to say pretty much every day almost in everyday conversation when you're saying hello and stuff on Twitter. And you can see a Rug Radio membership pass is step one in getting you set up as an owner of the Rug ecosystem. You will have this membership pass as a mint pass to our Genesis drop, which is coming up on the 11th. You can think of it as like an all-access pass to everything Rug Radio. So bear in mind that the Genesis pass is not just for one thing. It's a thing you can hold for anything that's yet to come within the ecosystem of Rug Radio. And you can go, check out more information, like what does it, include. They have a roadmap, this one right here. Then the drop is coming up. The tokenomics show debuted, the launch on the 11th at 0.111 ETH, all this kind of stuff. What's important here is this is the first NFT native media brand. And what that means is basically, it was born in the NFT crypto space. It's not another media company that came in and then got into NFT either. It's basically there's like three tiers, right? It's like companies who are not in NFTs, they have their own thing. They come in, they spend a couple of weeks, and then they try to do a launch. Bearish on those, down. Then companies who have their own stuff, they spend a good amount of time really understanding the space and providing value, and then do their launch, which is okay, that's good. Then there's companies like this, which is like the special ones that's actually built within the NFT space. When he was 6 months ago, he wasn't sure he's gonna do this, right? He was just talking on the time, and I guess he figured out that he loves to commentate on this entire space. And now I'm not saying that that's exactly what they're gonna do, only just talk about the NFT space, but it's something that was really built around. There's been a lot of people that actually mentioned this to him. I remember seeing comments were like, hey, you should do a show about this, man, stuff like that. And he is now. So just wanted to point that part out, because this is something you want to keep an eye of, especially as we go forward, because now the NFT space is getting so big, so mature, so much attention is coming to it. We want to remember some of the people who are really born in it. Reminds me of the quote in Batman with Bane, born in the darkness, defined by it. So that's what's really going on here. Now, if you're not following me on Twitter, go down and follow me on Twitter, because I just mentioned this, the Genesis Pass, which just dropped yesterday. And you can see that I mentioned this, and some people were able to get this. And you can see just the first of its kind. When somebody asked me, to paper hand it or not, and then this guy said, thanks for the call, I bought 3 passes. So he probably got like 3 accounts to get 3 passes. It was for free. Mint was free. You just had to pay for gas. And right now the floor price is already 0.14, almost 0.15, which is very bullish, because even though it's not a big price, the supply is huge. It's almost 20,000 items, and the floor price is not struggling. I was expecting it to struggle a little bit more. I was expecting it to be around 0.05 in my head. That's the number price I had to be there for a while before it starts to go back up closer to their launch. It's already 0.15, which is a lot of people are very bullish on this project. So I mentioned on Twitter as well that unless you need the liquidity, if you got the Genesis Pass, I would hold on to it since it's one of the first of its kind. It could become something bigger, especially if Farouk executes the proper way. And from what I can see so far, the guy is sort of an workaholic, which is a good sign for the holders. Second project is Invisible Friends, and then the third one is what I think is the most special physical brand in the NFT space thus far. So let's get into it. Second one right here, Invisible Friends, seems pretty basic, but if you look, they have a lot of hype for this project. And it's not for nothing. If you go to their website, it seems pretty basic. All they kind of say is that we're still hiding in the metaverse, dropping February 22, right? They don't give much going on. But make no mistake, this project is by a collaborative project between artists that have a pretty good track record. And you know what I said about track records in the past is probably one of the easiest ways to really guarantee some kind of defense for the mint you're going into. Meaning, again, repeating myself a little bit, it might not mean you're going to get a 10, 30, 40x. You could, but it doesn't mean it's like guaranteeing that. But it means that it's a high chance that you will not lose your money because the people have already grown successful communities and done previous projects. Okay, Marcus is one of the artists. This is his work that he's done in Foundation. You can check some of this stuff out. It looks pretty cool. He does definitely have his own style. Okay, Slim Hoods is one of the projects that he did in the past. The floor is at 0.7, pretty good. One of the other people that is in the projects is by Lucas Zonotto. His project is also by 0.7. These artists are involved in the same community, right? And doing these kind of arts along the same collaborators in the same space. If you go to Discord, you'll be able to see all the information. I'm pretty hyped for this project. I think the whitelist for this is going to be a little bit hard because I see a lot of it's going to the previous holders of the project, but I would still keep an eye to see if you can get something in the public sale. Now for the special one, which probably some of you already guessed by the hints I've dropped in terms of the first restaurant type NFT born in the NFT space. Okay, it's Gary Vee's new project, Fly Fish Club, the world's first NFT restaurant. So Fly Fish Club is world's first members-only private dining club where membership is purchased on the blockchain as a non-fungible token and owned by token holder gain access to a restaurant and various culinary, cultural, social experiences. You want to pay some attention to here. It's not just food, but culinary, cultural, and social experiences. So just imagine the type of vibe they would have in this space that they're kind of drumming up. If you look at the people who are involved in the project, they're all like world-class chefs, like community managers, stuff like that. I mean, what can you expect? It's really Gary Vee stuff, right? Exclusive dining, and then you're going to be able to lease this. Another thing, this is something I picked up on the Discord, is that you're going to be able to lease the project from like the token from other people who are holding it. So basically, if you're holding the NFT, there will be tokens which you can lease the tokens out so other people can go to the restaurant and visit certain places that they have locations in. The sale price is not cheap. It's around 2.5. And I'm not surprised. Gary Vee's original project was 3 ETH. Now again, why is this okay? Why is this something that is still, if you're able to get into it, it's still not going to be high risk? Because he has a track record. His project is already at 10 ETH. And Gary Vee, if you looked at how early he was in the space, he could have done way more projects, right, that he could have launched by now, but he didn't really go into too much. I mean, he did shout outs for so many projects, blah, 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 but he didn't back any projects like the ones he is right now, like Fly Fish Club. So he's going to definitely he's putting his reputation on the line, backing it up, and on top of it, you also have his previous record to back this one up. So it's pretty much a no-brainer if you can get one of these projects. The only thing I'm going to say is this. If it is something that's high, right? Let's say if your entire portfolio right now, you're just a beginner and you only have like 2-3 ETH, then maybe it's not the best thing because this is gonna take some time to build up, right? It's like if you have 20-30 ETH and that's your portfolio, this is be a good hedge because just like Gary Vee's one, over the last year, it did a 3-4x. It started at 3 ETH, went back down to 1 ETH, and then it went up to like around 10 ETH. If you get this initially, you're gonna hold it throughout 2022, it's pretty pretty safe to say that it's gonna at least 2 to 3x over 2022. And for most people that's not in the NFT space, that's pretty good. But if you're not gonna get in right now and you still want to get in, I would look at it closely and see if the price drops to around 1 ETH, and I would definitely scoop one then. So there, I just wanted to lay it out exactly how I would play this, just so you know how my thoughts are going over it. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.